Disclaimer. I am a podcaster, motivational speaker, and full-time counselor. And here on this platform, it is my job to talk about current affairs and trending topics that have been discussed, posted, and even floating around on social media. I do not claim to be the voice for all, nor do I claim to know it all. Therefore, remember this if you remember nothing at all. It is okay that we agree to disagree, as long as it is respectful. Every Friday at 7 p.m., I will be talking about whatever I like, and you will have the opportunity to share your voice. Now, if you can handle it, have a seat. And if you can't, feel free to exit stage left. With that being said, let the discussion begin. What's up, guys? Hello. It is Diamond here at the Voice Guiding Live podcast show. Yes, your host. So glad you can join me this evening as we sip this tea and have a conversation just to catch up, support one another, and learn something as we go about it. So I see Miss Tamika Scott over there. Hello, Tamika. Miss Kendra is in the building. Hello. Miss Donna Roberts is in the building. Hello, Donna. Everybody, welcome to the show. Welcome. Yep, it's Tuesday, and we all still quarantined in the house, quarantined in our respective places, and we are on this show every Tuesday to support one another while we spill the tea. Sometimes the tea is good, and sometimes it's just not right. But nevertheless, we are here. Miss Alexander, I am glad to see you here. I'm glad to see you here, and you know what that means. So thank you, love, for showing up today. All right, guys, listen, we in the building. Let's get it going. Let's get it popping. I wanted to just have a quick recap. Guys, if you were in Friday's show and when we talked about good news or bad news as it pertains to religion and what you believe in. Do you believe the good news or the bad news? I have to tell you that I was reached out by people who had joined the show or either watched the show on the back end. Wow, what a lot of good feedback we got on the show. And when I say we, because I'm not on this platform by myself, you guys are also co-hosts on this platform. So I created it and you guys keep it moving. So thank you so much for that. The show was good Friday, honey. You know, some people who can't read through words, that's why they say, don't put your emotions, let me change that. Don't try to read emotions through text message or emails because sometimes you will get them wrong. And I say that because when people got back to me and started sharing some feedback about the comments that were made, people thought that people were upset. People thought that people were taking it a little bit more personal. And the funny thing is the majority of people who gave comments on that day, I know personally, whether it's through work, my personal relationship, whatever it may be. And I was like, nope. Actually, it really wasn't that. I know the person, so I know kind of how they talk, and they were in the conversation. So that was a great conversation. And what made it great was you guys were involved in the process. So I like that. I hope that we can keep that momentum going. It was freaking awesome. I thought people would shy away from talking about religion and our personal views on it. And surprisingly, a lot of people opened up and didn't shy away from the conversation. So that's good to know because that means that I'm on the right path about bringing topics that often tend to make people cringe a little bit, make people uncomfortable, but also get them thinking. So I am glad you guys were with me throughout that process. The other thing that I want to have a conversation about with you guys to let you know, on Friday, this week Friday, we will be talking about what turns you on. You make it personal, me. So what turns you on, right? You let your mind just go free. Just go there, be one with your thoughts, and be ready to have the conversation on Friday. What turns you on? You are going to learn something about relationships, whether you're married, dating, or even gone through a divorce. You're going to learn something here. And when I say learn something, it's not like I'm trying to teach you anything, because I'm not trying to come as the expert in every topic, but I'm coming to let you know I have a thought about it, right? So I'm going to either learn something from you, you're going to learn something from me, or we're just going to learn something all together and skip down this merry road. So get ready, get ready, get ready, because Friday's show is what turns you on. Don't care about, I tell my clients when I'm in therapeutic sessions or evaluations, don't worry about what other people think or might say about what you're going to say or think. Stand in your truth, own your truth, and say your truth. So I'm ready. I got my bag full of comments and thoughts, and I'm ready to go there. Maybe this, if you're having a difficult time in your relationship, or it's a little stressed, or you don't know why you can't find the right partner, or you've gone through a divorce and you have trust issues, maybe this will scratch the surface, keyword surface, where you can say, wait a minute. Like my shirt today says, it's not me, it's you. It's not you, it's me, but mostly you. Maybe you're going to learn something about yourself and the person you're interested in or already in a relationship, and that's going to make you scratch the surface and say, I get it. I get it, you know? I get it. I'm waiting for you to make the change, and I should be the change. So, Friday show, don't forget. I want to set up the call in feature again. Let's be clear. We're just recapping some things and reminding you some things right now. The call in feature, the number is 515-602-9760. That is a call in feature that I use so that you can call into the show. I'm using a promo part of that entity of the show. So if you guys aren't going to use it, it really doesn't make sense in the time to set it up. So I'm not saying you have to call in. Some of you are very comfortable in the chat, and as long as you're in the chat, I love it. But if you want to have something to say, if you want to ask a question on live and then just get off and just wait for people to respond in the comments, don't forget that feature is there. So please, by all means, if you have access to the emojis, drop a phone in the comment, cell phone or a regular phone emoji in the comment, to let me know that this is something that you would like to see used on the show, or you can give it a thumbs down right now while we're talking about. No, don't give thumbs down, because people take thumbs down the wrong way. They think like, oh, it wasn't a good topic when they look at the show later. So just type not interested in calling in. That's fine. But I think it would be a cool feature to have, and I would like to be able to make that available to you guys if it's something that you would utilize. I want to actually really quick. We want to, as all media platforms, is just recap really quickly about where we are with Rona. Okay, Miss Scott, I see people. I see people. I like it. Um, a couple things that we just want to recap. I know that maybe some of you, if not all of you, come to this platform to escape what's been in our face every day in, day out with the coronavirus. But it's my responsibility to just shine a little light on that, encourage you to stay encouraged and don't be discouraged. But this coronavirus situation, it's really impacting the Black community, Black race, ethnicity. Is impacting this set of people really bad. Now, that's not to say it's not impacting all races, because we know that it is. But when we're listening to the news and the media, the underlying health issues that blacks, Afro Americans, maybe I shouldn't even be saying just blacks, period, have, are another contributing factor to why it's hard for them or us to fight this virus. So I'm actually asking you guys, what is it that you're doing where you are actually able to be more healthier moving forward? Like, we got a lot of time at home, which does not mean we have a lot of time to not be doing anything. But what are you doing different? What are you doing different that you want to, or is that's going to change your health trajectory, right? So, like for some people, before the coronavirus had hit us, were you someone to work out? And I mean, work out not only physically, but mentally. Are you working out mentally and physically? What are you doing that you can set yourself up that, God forbid, when this pandemic, we come out of this pandemic, you hear media saying that it could be possible that this could come back up and spike again. What are you doing different that will allow you to have a better chance at fighting off the virus than those who lost due to underlying health issues? That's something to think about. I mean, I would love, this would be a perfect time if you were able to just go to the park and run a couple of laps. If you have a personal gym at home, use a personal gym to just build up some heart rate and just get some of that going. What are you willing to do different for yourself that's going to be able to help you be prepared, God forbid, that this pandemic spikes again whenever the seasons change or what have you, that you would have a chance of fighting it off? Comments. Let's see. I found myself eating more fruits and more vegetables. I want to learn more about herbal regimens. Okay, and eating foods. I like that. I like that, Tamika Scott. And you know what? Maybe we can find someone that is a um, um, health guru or someone into fitness that would be able, and I'm not talking about these teas that everybody drinking, these detox teas. I'm not knocking them because we do have somebody in the near future that will be coming on to tell us about the teas and how these teas are helping people lose the weight they want to lose and actually live a more healthier lifestyle. Which I got a question about the CBD portion of those teas and stuff, but nevertheless, that is a different conversation. But if you know someone who is um, good at what they do when it comes to nutrition and living a healthy lifestyle, let me know. DM me on the back end. If it's some things that you want to share, I don't mind inviting you to come on the show and tell us what you're doing live, or you can call in. But we want to get somebody on the show that can talk to us about living a more healthy lifestyle. I'll share personally. I suffer with cholesterol related issues, which is so not good. And my cholesterol has always been an issue since a child. Since my doctor started testing me, I've always had elevated cholesterol issues. And we know that leads to a lot of other health related issues. My doctor told me, like, you need to work out 45 minutes a day, every day, if you can, to build up so it can break down the plaque in my arteries, and that I have a chance. So I'll share some more. My bad cholesterol is really, really high, but my good cholesterol at the time I had my last evaluation is extremely high. So at that time, my doctor didn't want to put me on any medications. Thank God. I have been very much not active in my health as far as working out more. People see me and they see my shape and stuff, and it's like, oh girl, you're slim and you don't put on any weight. And they don't understand the very same thing. Just because you're slim does not mean that you're not unhealthy. You can still be unhealthy. So here's the thing that I want to do is I want to get into a space of working out more and getting more fit and extra healthier. Now, let's be clear. It is more, for me, I don't know if you would agree, but it's more easier to get healthier and fit when you got a healthy and fit partner. But if you got somebody living with you, or you're dating someone, or you hang out with a bunch of people who do not eat healthy, child, bye. It is so difficult to get on that regimen because you may start it and be like, oh, I want somebody to go to the gym with me and help me, just stay consistent. But child, people will bring you down first before you can pick them up, especially if they're just totally against it. Let's check the comments. So I see there's some people. Kendra would like to call in feature. Dawn, the call in feature. Tamika Scott. This is good. Okay. So I got 3 people, and let me just check my numbers to make sure how many people are in the chats. We got 7 people in the chats, and let's make sure we remember We got 7 people in the chat, so don't forget this little thumb here. It's very important to our numbers. But 7 people in the chats, that's great. So let's keep those likes going. Going back to talking about the coronavirus. So many people are um so many people are, oh my gosh, just in a I don't even know really what to say, because when I get ready to say it, there's no appropriate word. There is no sorrow word that you can express that will allow people to truly understand, that you understand that, wow, to lose someone to a virus. There are people out there that have lost an entire family. Meaning, there's a woman lost her husband, and a few days lost her only child, her son. So that in itself is just quite annoying and very heartbreaking. What we got going over here? Miss Alexandra, eat different, boost immune system, and work to improve cardio. I also am looking into a herbal. Okay. Actually, staying home is doing more harm. Fact. You can say that again, Kendra. Absolutely. Tamika said, before all this, I was walking around the block, going to Starbucks. Okay, that's a good way to get some workout in. Tamika Scott. All right, the conversation is going. All right, so yeah, here's my thing. Again, how can we, how can we how can we just do better? So all the things that people are talking about, and it's easy to talk about things that you're going to do or want to do when you can't do them. But when the time presents themselves, we get very lazy in our attitudes, in our pump it up and make it happen, that people don't do it. So, guys, hold yourselves accountable. Listen, today we all have a day that many people didn't get a chance of. So we need to take control of our mental status, make sure our minds are right and sharp. And a lot of that comes from plenty rest, less stress, all those things that toxify the body. It makes it difficult. Welcome to the show, Tina. Makes it difficult for us to actually live a more healthy lifestyle. So, let's try to do our best to live a more happy, productive, healthy life. All right, so I kind of want to go ahead into the next thing. We don't want Corona has taken plenty of our time, so I want to make sure that I took notice of that again. That Black people, trust and believe, is hitting us big, big in many ways, and also men, Afro American men. By the data that was been put out by the media, Black men, on top of being black women and all that stuff, are losing the battle really hard. And I don't know if it's because they don't take a lot of time to be healthy. They eat unhealthy. They don't exercise the way they want. And we're not talking about these guys who live in the gym all day, every day, and they got Popeye busting out muscles. I'm not talking about those people. And again, I'm wondering if many of those people do it for the right reason. Are they doing it for looks and status, or are they doing it because they really want to live a healthy lifestyle? Just check this real quick. You can't tell me you're living a healthy lifestyle. Hello, Ray Johnson. I'm glad you're here in the show. Don't forget, we're over here on YouTube, so please subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. And if you have, come on over to the numbers. Facebook is a backup. YouTube is where we all are really getting into the conversation. So again, I wonder if the people who go to these gyms and work out and get all bulked up and cut up and got the V down by the waistband and all that stuff, just they look good. They look good. But is it really for a healthy lifestyle? Because in my opinion, if you're trying to live a healthy lifestyle, then you will cut out smoking. You won't be having a cigar sitting between your lips, and you are saying, "Oh, I live a healthy lifestyle," or you smoke cigarettes, or you smoke marijuana. And yes, don't try to sell me on marijuana is an herb, is good for you. My job is to know about drugs and family issues. And trust me, yeah, I got a whole nother topic I can go on about just marijuana bites in it, just marijuana, period. So if you are living, if you say you're living a healthy lifestyle, then drinking alcohol, eating fatty food, using drugs, recreational drugs, experimenting, having unprotected sex. I mean, if you're talking about living a healthy lifestyle, then we need to be talking about the whole thing all together. Let's be very clear. Very clear. Living a healthy lifestyle consists of many, many, many chapters. Many chapters. It consists of many chapters. But like many people, what we like to do is when we don't like what I don't like this chapter, so I don't like this chapter, but I like this chapter. Yeah, okay. No, stop pretending that you're living a healthy lifestyle if you know you're not. Question: what point do we decide we're going to just live life and not be? Good question, Tamika. Good question. Guys, for those who can't see the question, I think everybody should see the question. That's why I want you guys to come over to YouTube. But Tamika asks, question, what point do we decide that we're going to and not live a life and not just be hypnotized by the government? I'm just saying. The question is, how much of what you're watching on the news that you actually believe? Because truth be told, anything that come out of your president's mouth, because he's not my president, remember that. Anything come out of his mouth, a child, by a fact check. Don't believe nothing that man's saying. You know you can't believe his skin color. I'm just saying. Or his hairdo. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, Lord, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. Lately been tempted to get out into the field. So, Kendra, I think many of us can agree with you that we all been tempted to get out and just get into the field. And I guess that means just get out of the house and get some, time. But here's the thing. I believe that the quarantine doesn't mean that unless you're in a state that says that there's a sole quarantine, that no one is allowed to leave their home, like it's a complete shutdown, you're allowed to go out. Maybe it's to the market, make a market trip or something like that. Of course, you can't go to the mall and all that stuff. And I don't know if I really would want to go to the mall and walk around. But nevertheless, you can go out and get right back home. I'm just, I haven't heard that you cannot. Everything in moderation. Living a healthy lifestyle for me means balance. But here's the thing, many people don't even know what balance is, Kendra. They don't know what balance is. Honey, balance for some people is having sex 6 times a week and 1 day off. That's balance. Balance for some people is eating red meats 4 times a week and then the other days eating fried chicken. That's balance for them. Wait a minute. Okay, so and if you're not showing any symptoms, I can't hug my brother or sister who isn't showing any symptoms either. I remember, guys, in the last show we talked about when we come out of the pandemic, things are going to change for us. We're not going to be the same. When you think about the number overall, a lot of people, we're not going to be the same. All the embracing that we did, all the kissing on the cheek and hugging, and all those things that we did, a lot of people are not going to be the same. They're not. And truth be told, a lot of people, to my surprise, black people are not following this pandemic situation serious. Like, where was it in Florida where all these people were in a community, black people? Now, unless they made up the video and showed a video that was not really true, there were countless black people out in open space, all close proximity of one another. And we're the one race that they're talking about that is really having a difficult time fighting this battle. Maybe here's the thing. So I'm seeing a lot of the comments where people are saying that one of the big things that people have a difficult time doing is having balance. But I think it's easier to balance something when there's someone to balance it with you. Even as if you're higher power. We had that conversation Friday. But if balance is something that you struggle with, then are you with someone that holds you accountable and balances you? Is that somebody that's encouraging you that looks, look, babe, look, con, look, friend, look, girlfriend, um, lay off this, too much alcohol over here, too much sugar over there, too much sex over here. Like anything in excess is too much. Period. I don't care how good sex is. If you're having sex every day or every other day, that might be too much. It might feel good, but it may be too much. That steak that you're eating 3 times a week, it might taste good, but it may be too much. And I know people personally that you try to encourage them. Listen, this is too much of this. Being doing nothing, laying around all day every day, too much of that is not helpful. Yes, yes, I do, Miss Alexander. Too much of anything in access is too much. It's too much. Balance is. Let me tell you something. I am a workaholic. I am. Whether it's in my free time or when it requires me to go make my paycheck. I'm a workaholic. I go above, 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 and above, and extra, extra, extra. That's not good. Trust me, I know that from this door. It's not good to be that extreme in just anything. It's not. It will deplete you. It will start impacting your insides, and those insides will show up on the outside. Trust me. Nothing that you do in excess it can be too much. It can be. So, we need to shape it up. Shape it up. Do something different. Make something different happen. I have always been I, I have always been funny with people being in personal space, let alone She's not lying about that, honey. Miss Alexander's like, respect boundaries and space. Don't get too close. Don't touch her. No. That's right. Too much of anything is never too good. That's funny. So I'm about to, is loving too much? I mean, I know that's a little, but is loving too much? Could you love so much? You can. Can you love someone so much that it's too much? Yes. I actually answer my question. Yes. I actually answer my question. Absolutely. I believe you can. I told you, listen, if because it's good, it's not always good when it's too much. When it's too much. When it's too, you guys can actually probably tell that I'm still looking over to your right, my left, which means is that the monitor hasn't come yet, but I'm still waiting for people to be beautiful donators of You retracted that message, Miss Alexander. Maybe it was a misspell. You just retracted it. Anyway, so you can tell that I'm looking to my right because remember, you don't have to. I don't do the show for money, as you probably can see. But if you want to sow a seed into this show so that we can do great things, don't forget the Cash App is money sign lovely LOVELY 0615. If it's $1, it's accepted. If it's more than $1, it's accepted. There's no small amount or great amount that won't be appreciative. So thank you so much for whatever you're doing. And those who already did, thank you. Let's go. You can't love. Yes, I agree, Tamika. You can love someone tremendously. That's not too much. But some people don't even know how to do that. They don't know how to have boundaries and balance with that. They either love too hard And that's smothered, that's controlling, that's creepy, yeah. And then you also can love and have balance and all those things. Because again, we're talking about having balance for our mental and physical and spiritual well-being. That's what we're talking about. Very true. Very true, Miss Alexander. Very true. So I want to find out from you guys again. What are listen? If, what's the number? Visually, the number is 515-602-9760. That is the call-in feature. So what I would do is send some people. Now here's the thing. We tried the call-in feature on Friday. I believe I Rob called in, um, and we got to make sure that we can hear one another. How does that work? Because you can call in and be a participant, but we got to figure that out. So I'm going to do my best to set it up so at least that we can be ready and try it out. Let me remind you, because we're in the promo part of the call-in feature, it's only 30 minutes. So soon as the show says live for the call-in feature, the clock starts ticking. So if I'm talking and eating up the time and you guys are not calling in, that will count down as you heard on the show Friday, and you won't have the opportunity to call in. Now, if the show continues to grow, we're at 103 subscribers. Somebody subscribed last night. She reached out to me and was like, she found my number. My number texted me, was like, I need the information, and I gave it to her. So I gave her the information. She called in and sorry, she subscribed to the channel. So now we're at 103 subscribers. You guys go freaking rock. If 103 people subscribe, comment, like, and share, those other bloggers and other podcasters, they're gonna have to run competition with us because we're gonna be doing some great things. But let's be clear. I am not here to run a race against anybody. I am here to run my own race. So this show will be what I put into it and what you guys allow it to be. If I had 103 subscribers but those 103 subscribers were dedicated and making things happen, we're doing an awesome job on the platform. We are. So I'm happy with that. If we can grow the numbers, I'm happy with that as well. So you guys continue to tell people about the show. Click that share button right there next to the thumbs down, which we don't use on this platform. And share it to your social media page, which is Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, any place, and we will be making it happen. Okay, so iRob said he was only able to hear the show. So he was only able to hear the show. So I'll be doing my homework on the back end to see why I can't hear you guys when you call in, if you call in. But we want to have that guys set up for you so that you can call in and ask your question or make your comment, and then, yeah, let people give you some feedback about that. I'm just looking at my notes here because I want to make sure I cover everything. Make sure, guys, that you are following the show. So remember, here on the YouTube platform, you only can participate in the comments and watch the show. But you don't always know what I'm going to be talking about unless I come on the show and you're here in the comments to hear what the next topic or show is going to be. Like I just told you this earlier, the show for Friday will be about what turns you on. So you now know. But if you follow the show on Facebook and Instagram, even Twitter, all three, or one of the three, or two of the three, you'll be informed of what we've been talking about, what's been trending, what we're reposting out there. That way, when you come into the show, you can say, I saw the post on here. I want to comment about what you shared. Here's an example. If you're following the show on Instagram, which is voice_gathering_live, you will see that I posted something about, first and foremost, these individuals, whether it be non-celebrities or celebrities, posting, predominantly celebrities or people trying to be a celebrity, posting. For an example, Black China posted that she would allow you to do a FaceTime with her for $900 plus. She will go on FaceTime with you. I guess I don't know if they're going to stream the FaceTime out to show people that you two FaceTime. Or it would just be a conversation between you and Black China. And what she didn't say was how long she would FaceTime with you. Like, are you going to FaceTime with me for 24 hours for 900 and something dollars? And even if you were going to do it, trust and believe, honey, you are not that important that I want to do a FaceTime with you on for 900. I don't want to do FaceTime with you for $9. Now, listen, let's be clear. If Black China said, I want to talk to her on that little podcast show, I would send her the link so quick and have a conversation with her because I would like to ask her with the quickness. Black China, please help us understand during this pandemic when the unemployment rate is at 6 point something, that you feel that it's okay and that you're that grand that you would charge an individual 900 and something dollars to do a FaceTime with you. Girl, bye. No, ma'am. I don't listen. I'm not willing to pay 900 something dollars to do FaceTime with Oprah Winfrey. And I love Oprah. Anybody that knows me know me. I love me some Oprah and what her mission is and what she stands for as a businesswoman I always cannot pronounce this word right. But a businesswoman, a woman making change for people, whatever you got to say, because everybody got some good and bad. But I'm not willing to pay $900 on no FaceTime to talk to Oprah. No, no, I'm not. I'm not going to do it. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. Nope, not going to do it. No, ma'am. Absolutely not going to do it. So yeah, no, I'm not willing to talk to Black China for $900, and she should be ashamed of herself. So let me call it is. We got to come up with the term. Like the um. I'm trying to think. Why can I? The Breakfast Club. They use Donkey of the Day. So you guys drop in the comments. Let's come up with our own slogan when we want to just call somebody out. You know, in good taste. We ain't talking about the B word and all that stuff, but we got to come up with something like the Donkey of the Day, because whatever that is Black China deserves it today. And anybody else, non-celebrity or celebrity, charging people money during this crisis, and people can barely pay their bills, and you think you worth $900, not even worth. Let me be quiet. Not even 9 pennies. No. Absolutely not. And I get frustrated every time I think about she probably charging somebody $900. But I want to do an evaluation on the person that paid $900 to do a face-to-face FaceTime with Black China. Over it. Over it. So did you guys watch the movie on Lifetime about the Clark sisters? The Clark sisters, the Gospel of Soul, Sisters of Soul. I believe I'm saying the name of the movie wrong, but it was so good. I have been waiting for this movie. It has been talked about for months and months and months and months and months. It was so good. I think Queen Latifah and the two other people were behind it as producers of the show. The movie, it was so good. So good. Now, I knew a little bit about the Clark sisters because I always knew that there were 5 sisters, not 4. 4 biological sisters by the same father, and then the oldest sister, Jackie Cullum, was the oldest child of Maddie Clark, who sings with the group now. And then there is the one sister who just does not be bothered with the sisters at all. And when you watch the movie, if the movie is a true depiction of what happened within this family system as it relates to Dr. Maddie Clark, who was the pioneer of her daughter's career, and then Twinkie and Dorinda and all of these sisters. It was so good. So good. They did such a great job. And I just wonder how much of it was actual and not actual. Because we do know that, what is her name? Let me see if you guys actually put that in there. Um, what is the sister? What is the sister named? Doctor. I can't think of the sister name that is not actually in contact with the sisters. She's on the out end. But when I tell you that we have to kind of believe that if she didn't have a lot to say so about what her side of the story was, then we can't say we have the whole true story about the movie. But it was very good. I scratch my head about them because you think about the Clark sisters and all the good music that they made. Who knew that Twinkie has sold her catalog for a car? Who knew that? Thank you so much, Tamika. I knew you would come through. I knew it when I saw your praise hands. Yes, Denise, Nisi, which is the oldest child of the biological sisters between the four. And then Jackie Cullum, and there is a brother. Which is why didn't they play this brother in the movie? Because the Clark sisters' brother, I forgot his name, but he looks exactly like his mother, Maddie Clark. Nevertheless, the two oldest siblings, and then there's the four younger daughters. And who knew that about Twinkie? That Twinkie had a mental breakdown, and that how Maddie actually thought that Twinkie was very childlike in as far as making decisions. Ooh, that thing was deep. I mean, it really had me looking like, are they really putting this stuff out there? No, they didn't even mention. I think they mentioned his name is no. Is his name? I could have sworn they mentioned the brother's name, but they didn't show. Which is that's kind of. I don't know why they didn't do that. They should have gave him, even if they didn't play much up to the brother because he was not a singer of the group. In my opinion, they should at least have him come in and out once in a blue moon. Because when was he? Where was he when Maddie was in the hospital? Where was he when um Twinkie left the home, Denise Nisi left the home, like and Maddie was having health issues. Where were he? Okay, let me stop talking so much about it because I don't know if everybody saw the movie, but you can tell that Tamika and I saw the movie. Now let's see who else. Okay, wait. Kendra said, and somebody's going to spend the stimulus coins. Ah, okay. People were saying that they left a lot out. I was looking for when Karen went solo. Oh, I guess the truth be told, they couldn't give us a lot in that 2 hours with their whole life, which is I thought it was going to be a docu series, but I was like, oh, I'm going to watch part one. So when it first aired at 8 o'clock, I missed it, and I was like, oh my gosh! So now I got to watch that one before part two come on. But then I turned it on yesterday, and it was 2 hours. And I was like, oh, it's just one movie. So yeah, and um Karen's daughter, she did a phenomenal job playing her mom, and I'm glad she played her mom because she looked like her mother. Her mannerism was like her mom. It was really, really good. Really, 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 really good. If you did not watch the Clark Sisters movie on Lifetime, if you want to watch a good movie, especially if you know anything about the Clark Sisters music, I would encourage you to watch the movie. Educate yourself about gospel of soul when it comes to us as Black people, and the back end of their story. It would be great. Definitely check it out. Now, did you guys hear that Salt and Pepper is also coming out with their docu series sometime later on, and even Wendy Williams. I saw two of those that's going to be happening. I'm not sure if I'm really interested in watching Wendy Williams movie. Like, I don't know what it is I want to know about Wendy Williams and her mom talking about Wendy. Like, Wendy puts enough stuff out there on her show for me that I'm not that curious to watch Wendy on her movie. Yep, I'm with you, Tamika. I can't wait to see the Salt and Pepper movie. That's going to be good. Two and a half, yes. Kira, yep, Kira was awesome. She was awesome. Yeah, you think she looks like Twinkie. I think she looked like her mom a lot, but yeah. And I didn't like that the woman that played Denise was dark skinned. I mean, like, she did a good job playing Denise. Don't get me wrong, at least what I know about Denise, but I didn't like, I mean, um, I remember hearing in some other platforms that Denise was very upset that the sisters didn't reach out to her to ask her about who should play her as in the movie. So, you know, nevertheless, we can definitely bring that back to talk more about it because, I can tell you right now, Tamika and I probably can talk more about this on and on and on and on and on. Let's see how many people. We got 9 people in the Oh, we got 9 people in the comments and only 4 likes, and one of them is, 5 likes. Okay. 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 We got 5 out of 9. Now I just hope nobody left without saying they liked what we were talking about. Okay. So I want to also get ready to wrap up the show, guys. So we know that a couple docu series are coming out. Salt and Pepper, Wendy Williams. If you did not watch the Clark Sisters movie, definitely watch it. Get yourself some good popcorn or get something that's good. It is definitely entertaining. It's entertaining. The individuals who played the characters did a great job. The woman who played Maddie Moss, if she does not get some kind of Emmy for this, just like Niecy Nash, is her name Niecy Nash, that played in the movie the movie Gloria that kidnapped the little girl from Florida. She deserves a nice Emmy for this. Like, I'm gonna need them to come off, stop giving all these Emmys to Blackish. I don't watch Blackish. I heard it was really, really good. Tracy Ellis Ross and Anthony, I forgot Anthony's last name. They do a great job. I've watched a little bit, but I don't watch it the way I guess their ratings are. I don't. So I don't know if I didn't find it that funny when I first watched it, nevertheless. But yes. I think I've covered everything I wanted to talk about. We got the call in feature. Don't forget, Friday's show is What Turns You On. We will set that up. Thank you for your turn out on Friday when we talked about religion. Very good topic, and all of you gave me what I wanted, and that was joining the conversation. Anderson, thank you so much. Oh, Tamika, you are like a co-host. Thank you. She got to. Yes, thank you so much. We talked about the pandemic and what we need to do as Black people to make sure we have a better fighting chance should this pandemic spike up again, and maybe not even reach a pandemic, but reach us as a Black people. Hopefully, all people of all races are doing better by their health so that they have a better chance of fighting off this disease. I do want to touch something really quickly. I heard somebody say something about that Bill Gates and I forgot the gentleman who he talked to were supposed to be trying to come up with. I don't believe this. I don't believe it. But, this is how things look when you just listen. Excuse me. When you just listen to anything that come up with a microchip to start chipping people. Listen, don't think that this is too hard to believe, people, because understand this. Anything is freaking possible. Anything is possible. People said that they would never have their children vaccinated. People said that they don't want their children having the flu shot. And a lot of these people end up giving into this because of, oh, well, your child can't come to school or your child can't do this. So is it far-fetched to believe that they would actually try to create a microchip and mandate people to actually be chipped so that they can keep an eye on health crises and situations like that? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I mean, we do know the our Fifth Amendment that you have a right, yada 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 yada. But listen, if you can elect Trump in office and allow and believe that his rhetoric that he speaks is good and right and not questionable, then it should not be hard for you to believe that you could be microchipped. I'm just saying. Nope, not far fetched at all. Not far fetched at all. So I thank each and every one of you. You guys make the time go by so fast. I enjoy talking to each and every one of you. Thank you for your encouraging words. If you are a person who prays, I ask that you would pray for me. I'm asking for prayer on this live. If you are a person that prays to the higher, not to him, no, ma'am, keep your prayer to yourself. Pray for me that God will give me what I need to make this better, greater. The people I invite on the show will be more entertaining and informative, and that whatever we're doing, and as we touch this show, Chanello is in the. Oh my gosh, Chanello is here. Oh, Chanello. Okay. Hello, love. Pray for me that whatever I think about when it comes to this platform, whatever I touch when it comes to the platform, that it would manifest into something great. I am not trying to look to make money from this show, but if I get paid from the show, beautiful. I'm not looking to have 1 million subscribers, but if I reach 2 million subscribers, beautiful. If I'm able to touch one person on the show who comes in and have a conversation that was stressed, full of anxiety, depressed, using drugs to have someone to just cope with all these things. If this show gives you a little reprieve, if this show allows you to just join a conversation and know that you can be heard and we can agree to disagree, or we can even agree with you and support you through the process, then I'm doing a great job. And people on the back end have told me, keep pressing forward. So thank you so much for your time with me on the show. I will be seeing you on Friday as we talk about what turns you on. Get ready, because this conversation can go left, your right, or right, my left, your left. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I wish you all a wonderful and blessed evening. Until we talk next time, be good to one another. Remember, love is what we got. So open up your minds and receive it. Bye.